Here's what's coming up on today's show. An ESPN analyst praised the Dolphins offense. We'll break down those comments. And an offensive lineman says that he would love to sign with the Dolphins. We'll tell you who said that. And then Dolphins legend Jason Taylor gave his thoughts on new head coach Mike McDaniel. That's all coming up on Dolphins Today. Dolphins Today is presented by Aura, a all-in-one digital safety tool. You can go to aura.com/chatsports to begin your free 14-day trial today. Dolphins fans, welcome into Dolphins Today. I am Will Scott, and if you can't tell, there's just a bunch of Dolphins on this shirt. Shout out to my wonderful parents for getting this down at TPC San Antonio. It's already my favorite shirt of all time, like after a day. So thanks, Mom and Dad. Here are some of the Dolphins' off-season moves that they have made. They hired head coach Mike McDaniel. So we're going to break down these moves before we get into these comments from ESPN. Tagged Mike Gesicki, which hopefully they can get an extension done before Friday. Signed Connor Williams, signed Raheem Mostert, Chase Edmonds, Ced Wilson, Teron Armstead. Traded for Tyreek Hill, drafted Eric Ezukanma, signed Sony Michel. So some big moves made by Chris Grier and the Dolphins front office, and it's certainly going to be a fun offense to watch. Here is what ESPN's Marcus Spears said about it. This is going to be hell on wheels to try to get these dudes stopped with the amount of speed. There is nothing about this offense that defenses won't lose sleep over. Use Tyreek Hill like you've seen him being used and destroy defenses. They've got another guy in Jalen Waddle that can destroy defenses in a very similar way. You've got Mike Gesicki at tight end who wins 50-50 balls, who I think is going to be a phenomenal player, not to mention left tackle Teron Armstead. Tyreek Hill with the ball in his hands is one of the most devastating things in the NFL. Fire me up, Marcus Spears. Let's go. Could not agree more. This Dolphins offense is going to be the fastest show on turf. So let me pose this question. Who is the better analyst? Type MS for Marcus Spears, who says the Dolphins offense is going to be hell on wheels. Or is it Ryan Clark, who said Tyreek Hill needs to stop lying when he praises Tua Tagovailoa? This feels like a pretty easy answer to me. Type MS or RC down in the comments section. Go down. Let me know what you think. Who is the better ESPN analyst? I think this Dolphins offense is going to surprise some people. I don't think this offense is being talked about right now is a top-tier offense in the NFL. Obviously, when you talk about the Dolphins defense, you are talking about a legit top 5 defense in the league, but people are not saying the same thing about the Dolphins offense. Here was the Dolphins offense last year, which is why I don't think people are singing the praises of this offense enough. Myles Gaskin was your primary running back. Now he's RB4. Devontae Parker, even though he missed 7 games last season, was still your second leading receiver. And then, of course, Jalen Waddle and Mike Gesicki, your top tight end and your top wide receiver. Here is the Dolphins offense now. This is much, much better. Not to mention you have 2 really solid guys behind Chase Edmonds and Raheem Mostert and Sony Michel. You have other weapons that you've brought on this team, in addition to Tyreek Hill, like Ced Wilson, like Eric Ezukanma, and then, of course, Mike Gesicki, your tight end, who, hopefully they can get a deal done before the Friday deadline. He was tagged back in March. Friday is the deadline to get that deal done in terms of extending him. Let me tell you, you got to get this done. You got to go to aura.com/chatsports and begin your 14-day free trial, because Aura is going to protect you from financial fraud, identity theft, online and device security. They're also going to offer family plans to protect up to 5 people. You can protect yourself and your whole family. That's the link right there, aura.com/chatsports. Go and start your 14-day free trial, because in today's world, it is so important to buy stuff online. I barely go to the store anymore. I buy everything off of Amazon, everything online. I mean, you have to be so careful not to get your credit card compromised. Aura is going to alert you in real time if you have a suspicious charge on your credit card. Go down to that link, aura.com/chatsports. That link is going to be in the comments and the description of this video to begin your 14-day free trial with Aura. Again, aura.com/chatsports. Let's get into our next story here. And Marcus Spears was not the only ESPN analyst that was talking about the Dolphins offense. Keyshawn Johnson said this on his show yesterday. I think with the talent around Tua Tagovailoa, he'll show enough to hold off Teddy Bridgewater. If he stays healthy, he'll be fine. If, in fact, he has to miss any time and Teddy has to take over, it's a wrap. Teddy will ignite the team. They'll rally behind him. He'll show why he's beloved in the NFL as a starting quarterback. Keyshawn is just dead wrong here, man, for saying that if Tua goes down and Teddy Bridgewater takes over, that Tua has no chance of getting his job back? Are we acting like Tua, or are we acting like Teddy Bridgewater is Lamar Jackson coming off the bench? I mean, pump the brakes here, Keyshawn. This is completely disrespectful to Tua. This is also way overhyping Teddy Bridgewater, because Teddy Bridgewater is not a franchise quarterback. He's a solid backup. I'm very happy to have him on this team. He's great in the locker room, and he's one of the better backup quarterbacks in the league, but he's not a starting caliber QB in the NFL anymore. This is Tua's job. It will be for the full season. Now, if Tua does not perform, they will evaluate at the end of the season if Tua is the guy going forward or not. We'll see what happens. But saying that if Tua goes down and misses a couple games, that Teddy's going to steal his job, that's blasphemous. Will Tua Tagovailoa keep his job the whole season? Like the video if yes, comment why if not. Down in the comment section, I expect most of y'all to be hitting that thumbs up icon, showing your support for Uno down in the comment section, or just give us a like on this video, even better. Now let's talk about Lacina to Miami again. I know a lot of y'all want Jake Lacina in Miami, and I think Jake Lacina wants to be in Miami. We'll get to that in a second. So just to remind you of who this guy is, if you haven't watched our USFL video, you're now learning who this guy is. He played at Augustana University in South Dakota before signing with the Vikings as an undrafted free agent in 2020. He did not make the team, got picked up by the USFL, was considered to be the best center in the USFL this year, playing for the New Jersey Generals. Of course, we've talked about the fact that the Dolphins could use a center. Now, from Rags to GP DM'd me this on Twitter, so I appreciate you letting me know this. So he DM'd Jake Lacina saying, sign with the Dolphins. And what did Jake Lacina respond? Would love to! Exclamation point. That's a big deal that he put an exclamation point in there. When you're, maybe talking with the girl you like and she doesn't use an exclamation point, she might not be into you. But Jake Lacina used an exclamation point. That's a big deal. And you know what? Let's make this happen. Chris Greer, I know you watched the show. I told you to sign Melvin Ingram. I told you to do all these things. You haven't signed J.C. Treader yet, but I'll forgive you. If you sign Jake Lacina, go make it happen. Now, Fins Nation, let me ask you, do you want to sign Jake Lacina? Type S for sign or type P for pass down in the comments section. It's the pinned comment on today's video. When an ad break comes, go down. Let me know what you think. Should the Dolphins bring in the best center from the United States Football League? Go down in the comments. Let me know. Now let's get into these comments from Dolphins legend Jason Taylor. He was asked about new head coach Mike McDaniel. Here is what he said. I love that he's himself. He's not trying to be somebody else. And people say, well, he's so different. His philosophy, his approach, the way he handles himself is so different than what you see in an NFL coach. But that's what players love. They love that authenticity, a genuine guy that's just willing to be himself. I know talking to the players, they have really enjoyed the, say breath of fresh air, because the previous coach was a good guy in a lot of ways, but it's just different. Maybe this team needs different, and now it's everyone all in. Here is another former player, someone else that has very close ties with the organization, that is admitting that Brian Flores was not the guy. You just heard him say Mike McDaniel is different from the other guy. He's a breath of fresh air. Brian Flores was not creating a healthy environment in the locker room. Players did not like him. That is why they moved on. He was a good football coach. There was a disconnect between Flo and the locker room. That is why the Dolphins moved on. But everyone that has been around Mike McDaniel loves him. You talk to fellow coaches, you talk to players, you talk to general managers, you talk to owners. Anybody that has been around Mike McDaniel praises this guy and think he is the next big thing in terms of NFL coaches. Appreciate you all watching Dolphins Today. If you haven't already, go down, subscribe to the channel. This has been your boy, Willie Fens. Talk to you tomorrow.